These are the Trufiber carbon fiber window switch covers for the 2015 and newer Fastback Mustang. You're going to want to check these out if you're looking for a way to add some carbon fiber to the interior of your car, whether it be a standalone piece or to help tie in other carbon fiber accents. These are easy to install, they just clip into place, and they're a direct replacement for your factory covers, and they're made from real carbon fiber. The install is easy. It's a 1 out of 3 wrenches in the difficulty meter, and you can expect to spend about 20 minutes getting these on the car. These are made from real carbon fiber, so you get that nice real carbon fiber look. You won't have a knockoff type of look. These are made from a 3K 2x2 Twill Weave Design. The covers are vacuum infused with resin, which helps to add strength, and they have a gloss finish. So from far away, these almost look gloss black, but then when you get close, you can see that they're carbon. These do have a clear coat finish to help with UV protection, but one thing I'll say about carbon fiber, and I say it for all carbon fiber items that I come across, not just for certain brands, but if you like this finish and you want to keep your carbon fiber parts shiny and glossy and new looking, you need to keep them waxed. The wax is going to protect the carbon from sun damage and keep it looking perfect. So just keep that one in your mind for thoughts, even though these are on the interior of the car. If they were mine, I would wax them every once in a while. If you're going to spend the money on carbon fiber, you might as well take good care of it. These are direct replacements, so they're very easy to install. You'll just transfer over your factory switches and clip these covers into place. They'll fit any 2015 and newer, including the 2018, and of course all models, so the GT350, the GT, EcoBoost, and the V6. As far as price, you can expect to spend just about $250 for these covers. The first thing I'll say about that is that they are real carbon fiber. Carbon fiber is pricey all the way around no matter what you're buying, so I'm not surprised to see a higher price tag here. The install is a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter and should take you about 20 minutes. Let's head over to an install bay and I can show you how it's done. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get a trim tool and we're going to gently pry up on our trim piece here so we can pop this off. So once you have it pried up, there's 2 things to keep in mind here. One is you have your electrical connection right here, and that's just the normal pushing your tab, pull out on your little connector, and you'll be fully disconnected. The other thing is there are 2 blue clips that you're going to need to transfer over from your stock trim piece to your new carbon fiber trim pieces. So I still have one stuck in the door here, one came off with the trim piece. I'm going to set that aside now. I'm going to pull out this other little piece that got stuck in the door just so I can transfer that over to the new trim. These little guys right here. In order to get our switches off of our trim piece, there are 3 little Torx bits that we're going to need to remove so that we can swap over into the new carbon fiber trim piece. So those are 1 right here, and then there are 2 down here. So we're just going to remove those real quick. All right, so once we have those out, just separates. And we're ready to install our switches into the new trim piece. So now we have our driver's side carbon fiber trim piece and we have our switches, and they're simply just going to line right up. So look like that. And we're going to screw a little Torx back in. One thing I will say is that you don't want to over tighten these. Because you don't want to take the chance of cracking your new trim piece. You don't really need a whole lot of strength going into this, so your switches will stay in place just fine. All right, so our switches are now in place. I'm going to transfer over my 2 blue clips. I'm going to go right up here in the top. My second blue clip's going to go right here in the middle. I'm then going to plug back in my electrical connection, then flip this over and push it down into place. And
that's literally all it's going to take. The install on the passenger side is going to be exactly the same. And before I finish up, I'm going to just test these and make sure all the buttons are working correctly, just to make sure and be safe before I start driving my car.
That's going to wrap things up for the Trufiber carbon fiber window switch covers for the 2015 and newer Mustang. As always, you can check them out more online right here at AmericanMuscle.com.